celebrations after Scotland made it, bro. This screaming guy, I was like, wow, man. If only I could experience this one day with my children. Like, guy, the way people are crying, I was thinking the crowd. And this is just qualification to the World Cup. That's why when people are saying World Cup just a 7 game, guy, there's nothing beats. Guy, see how grown men are shedding tears for making it to the World Cup. Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Five Aside. It's your boy Chidal. I'm here today with Okpe.
Yeah, guys, what's up? What's going on, man?
Yeah, so we're still in, I guess this is the end of the international break, probably one of the most epic ones in recent memory.
Mm.
Sad for some people, happy for others. Look, it reminds me of when those few times where I was in school. You know, when you're in school, you're seeing your friends receive prize during prize giving day.
Hey, never. Yeah, I was always
and,
a
they're,
spectator, man.
and they're asking you, your friends are asking you, I don't see your mates.
Why did they always ask me?
Are these not your mates?
Twins. Yeah, sometimes you don't know if you get to.
Nah, for real. That's really what it felt like this period, because you're seeing like Scottish fans online, everybody's celebrating. Small countries like they have not made it in 28 years, like Scotland, Norway, Curaçao. Oh my, you're like, bro. I guess it kind of drives home like the 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 annoyance in the sense that, like, bro, this is an extended World Cup. Like, this is opportunity for countries that have not made it in their life to make it,
Right.
and Nigeria did not make it. Hi, God. After all the chances,
It's
Curaçao.
crazy. The coach was even fighting after. About was fighting that they used jazz. Have you seen
That,
that video?
that,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. I responded to it. Now I did a
sort of rubbish. He said they were spraying water. I said, so that's your excuse, bro, for not making it. That is crazy.
I made a video in response to it. I'm like, bro, Nigeria with all our population, all our voodoo people in Benin, everywhere.
I mean,
I,
just
yeah,
imagine us, we don't have the own jazz that these guys are using without the Edo people. I
this
beg.
is wild. We would have brought our own jazz people, put them on the bench.
They talk say
That's
all these guys where they stop rain and stop thunder.
bro. First of all, invoke one kind crazy rain. We're going to affect only the side where Congo they play.
Yeah, telling me rubbish. Yeah, it was very disappointing. I was actually watching that game during like an event, and when it went to penalties, I was like, wow. Like when it actually even went to extra time, I felt the way we were playing, honestly, it looked like they deserved to win. When we ended up going to penalties, I was like, yeah, at this point, it's 50-50. Whoever wins it, they clearly deserve to win because, yeah, I can't even hit on them at all.
Yeah, we were destroyed. I mean, I actually was praying for us to even make it to penalties, because the way
Yeah,
we played off the park the second half.
right.
But well, it was weird that Bassi went up first to take the penalty in the first place. I guess
When they stopped out at number 10 before penalty, a striker, I've never seen that before. I was like, why did they sub this guy out? Like, this is what you're playing for. You're playing for penalties and you sub off your striker. I guess they don't trust him.
to be fair, he looked like a nervous wreck. All his touches, we are messy. All his headers, everything, every single touch was bad. It was the guy was having. First of all, everybody was having a terrible game, but his own looked special. It
I say
was
the number 10 jersey they heavy actually.
so
Yeah.
your culture legacy. Now ain't go who beg and make you go carry number 10. But anyway, I mean, Niger match. There's nothing little said about that one. The better, man. I don't want to remember pain,
Mm,
all the pain
yeah.
we felt that day, man. It was crazy, because I was among the few that actually had still held on to a lot of hope. I thought we would make it. If I'm being honest, I didn't think we'd lose to Congo, and then we scored early, so that even made me even more confident. Yeah, that second half, one of the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, it might even be worse than Cote d'Ivoire's own self.
Yeah,
But anyway, besides that, at least we have our that was our probably both of us worst moments of the qualifiers.
definitely.
Well, yeah, my best was probably it's tied in between Scotland, Norway. Those games
Really?
were guy Norway looks so dominant, man. Like
Wow,
they destroyed Italy. It didn't even look like a competition.
crazy.
And Haaland is doing things at this point, man. That guy is I think he's already one of the best goal scorers we've seen. Football,
All in this lifetime
yeah,
ever.
like easily at this point because what he's doing, like as a striker, you couldn't ask for anything more. But one thing I would say though, because I noticed I saw all the discourse about whether this is a carry job or not, comparing this to like what Bill did with Wales and yeah, what Bill did with Wales and who else? There was another person who they were talking about.
I mean, maybe it's
Oh, yeah, yeah,
comparable, but
Bill with Wales, but I disagree. I think he's their best player, probably by a mile. But this that kind of undermines the job that Norway has done in building that team together. Because that
right.
team, starting from Sandra Berg, the midfield
Hmm.
to the attack, even Solot, like that is a very solid team. A very, 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 very solid team. Even the bench with Antonio Nusi, the boy from Man City also coming off the bench. Got like nah,
So, yeah,
Costa Bob, yeah.
I mean,
They have a
if
very strong team.
they have a
Especially that,
strong
that
team,
defense.
doesn't mean you should undermine what Haaland did, though. I think a huge part of them qualifying for the World Cup is not just even about having a team, it's about getting the
Yeah,
coach.
true.
And Haaland was dominant. Like, he scored at least one goal in every game and assisted one in almost every game.
Oh no,
But
no, no
in
doubt.
every game, he scored at least one goal, and which is what that makes a huge difference because really that was basically how Osimhen was for Nigeria, if not for the fact that he got injured. You know, if Osimhen was in that game, most likely, we'll probably have scored more goals and it will have taken
Yeah.
a different turn.
I don't think they do that. They will do what they did without Haaland.
Definitely
100%.
not.
I,
It's
I
not. I
think it,
don't
I think
think.
I
I
think he's
I know for sure they won't have be able to be this sort of a team where
Mhm.
not only are they just being underdogs, now they are looking. They have even a chance to win in the World Cup, which is crazy. So,
I don't know if
I
I'll go that
know.
far. But I don't think anybody would want to face Norway. I'm not saying that I'm not undermining Haaland in any way. I'm saying I said he's their best player, like by far. But um I don't think they do what they did either without the kind of team he has behind him.
No,
I don't
definitely.
I
No,
don't
the
think they
striker
would.
cannot do everything by
Yeah, and
himself.
also not just the midfield with Odegaard and everything, providing being the most creative player in the whole qualifiers, but also that defense. And I think that's where the most work was done in this their new 4-3-3 structure. Because if you think about it, Haaland has been playing for this Norway team for a very, very long time. Even the previous World Cup qualifiers and the Euros, and he's been putting up numbers. This guy had more goals than games, and it's not just from these qualifiers, from before too. He's been scoring. But the problem is that as he was scoring, they were conceding more double the amount in defense.
You need to. I think you
Mhm.
can't put that on Haaland.
No, I'm not putting that on Haaland. I'm saying that they improved their defense. They gave him a better foundation, better structure, better supporting cast. This is a much better team than previous iterations of this Norway team.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is like a carry job in terms of like Wales, where all they do is just give Bill will run and go and try and do something. This is actually they play good football. Like if as I watched the Italy game, they imitated Italy. They play better than them. It's not even a just let's find Haaland kind of ball, but he's their main outlet. He's their best player. He's their number nine.
Yeah.
But the team behind him is also pretty good. Salot also
No,
does very, very well. Even though that guy is huge, he still play on the wing safe.
I see your point though. Yeah, that's a very fair point. But if you look at the Nigerian squad, to use them as example again, on
Yeah.
paper, yes, the team without Osimhen is a very good team on paper, but guess what? They took out Osimhen and see how low the standards dropped and see how terribly terrible we looked just removing one player. So I get your point. Yes, definitely. A striker cannot defend, and even if he scores goals, you still need a team. That is just facts. Like you need a team to win. However, you having not just Haaland as the cherry on top, but as a driving force to winning most of their games. Yeah, definitely. I don't think it should be downplayed. That's what I'm
No,
just saying.
he's not, I'm not downplaying it. Haaland deserves all his flowers. I'm just saying that this team should not be seen as just a Haaland team. Like I don't think it's the exact same way of say like Bill, like even Bill had Rams himself. Even that one self, I look at it somehow. Is it really a carry job? But
In everything, like they still had a team around him. But yeah, he was the
that's
focal
true.
point.
Yeah. But anyway, I think this Norway is more of a complete team than that Wales team back then. And I think Haaland is by far and away their best player. And I think what he did and what he has done by taking to their first World Cup in generations is not something to be undermined. But also, I don't think the efforts of the supporting cast should be undermined as well. Both Sandra Berg has been amazing. Bodigan has done well. Nusi has done well. Solot has done really well. The whole team has really done their country proud, unlike our own people. But, but yeah, I just felt that people were kind of like overlooking the rest of the team a little bit too much, which is a bit unfair on them as well.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, Norway destroyed Italy. Italy, this is their risk of not making it for their third World Cup in a row, which is something that would never have been thought of after 2006.
Yeah, it's funny to see how far they've come. I think part of it is probably their league. I mean, their league seems to be competitive, but I don't know if they just ship most of their good players. I don't really know. What do you think is Italy's problem? Like why they are struggling?
Guys, Italy is struggling for lack of product talent. Talent pool they have. This current team is better than probably the last couple of teams, but it's still not at the level of yeah. Their team right now is good more than the previous
Mhm.
one. They are good and they should be making it. They're not as good as their great teams, of course, but they are better. Them being in the playoffs, they'll be embarrassing. I think Gattuso is a very mid coach. If I'm being honest, I don't think he has really done anything done much to write home about in his career. I don't know why he's not he's not terrible, but he's very very mid. They should go and find a new coach.
I don't know
The way
if
they're
it's
getting
the
out.
best to be a coach, but yeah, I feel their team looks good. Honestly, I'm just looking it up, bro. Could it be that most of their players just play in Italian league and is an Italian league thing where you know the Italian league, like yes, we see them in European competitions also. Wasn't it PSG that flogged Inter Milan as if then bring them call? So it's like it's looking like is a thing about their league not being able to produce that level of talent, I guess, because most of their players come from their league. Like I'm saying,
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that Italy is not really producing to the level to the previous levels they used to back in the days. Their Italian
yeah,
production has really gone down, and
yeah, sorry.
their league is more competitive these days. But maybe that also was
Competitive
lack of,
among rubbish.
I guess a lot of mid teams competing with each other. But
It's
yeah,
a battle.
yeah. Who's the best player? Who would you say is the best player in Italy right now?
Best player in Italy.
Could it really be Chiesa? He doesn't even start for Liverpool.
Yeah, and doesn't start. I mean, they have all these like Retigi, Raspadori, but these are all like
Bastoni, they have Bastoni.
Barcelona and centre back now. I
True.
guess, but yeah, most of their players just I don't know. I guess they don't. There's nothing. They don't have any like top talents that I can call out. Like that is like that teams are looking for.
Yeah, I think they need to do something because right now they are definitely not amongst the top teams. Even though we say all this, but they won Euro like the last 2 Euros, right? Which is crazy. But I guess that can happen. But I still see them. They have. I'll give them 90% chance of making it to the World Cup because they're. I mean, they're facing Northern Ireland in the playoffs, so they will definitely make it. I'll be shocked if they don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, Scotland, bro, McTominay is having the time of his life. This guy is scoring bangers in Serie A, winning best player in Serie A, leading his country to World Cup, scoring bicycle kicks in the bicycle kick.
Funny
Ronaldo
that
has bicycle kicks.
I've always thought of McTominay as that guy though. Because even in Premier League, I remember when they gave him, I don't know if it was the free roam or they were playing him as a striker or something. But this guy was bagging goals, killing people in midfield, dropping back to defense. Like McTominay seems like that guy that he has so much passion. And I feel like now is showing like the level of work that he's putting in.
Mhm.
So yeah, like I'm happy for the guy, especially after leaving my he's now doing all these wonders.
I mean, he's been doing wonders for his country, even when he was in Man U, sha, but I think now he has basically this is the highlight. This is the peak of his career. Like he
Mhm.
has hit his peak. I mean, maybe he can probably beat his peak by winning the World Cup for Scotland, which will be guy. The celebrations after Scotland made it, bro. This screaming guy, I was like, wow, man. If only I could experience this one day with Nigeria. Like, guy, the way people were crying, I was thinking the crowd. The
Definitely.
I don't think I can remember like a more a crazier scene. And this is just qualification to the World Cup. That's why when people are saying a World Cup just a 7 game, guy, there's nothing beats. Guy, even see
Okay.
how grown men are shedding tears for making it to the World Cup. They don't win the World Cup, but they just made it to the World Cup.
It's the I guess the longest standing tournament ever. And it's like I don't know. I just feel like most that is the peak of football, like in my opinion at least, yeah. Playing in the World Cup is nice to see your teams there. And especially this one that will be in America, bro. It's crazy. I can't even imagine how the games in like Atlanta United will be. But we'll see.
It's going to be crazy, man. Something that would have helped unify our country right now in this period of division.
I'm looking what's the word? I feel better about it because now we can actually focus on issues. Because yes, World Cup honestly is a distraction and it distracts us from what is actually happening. So now that we don't have World Cup, yes, we can actually focus on the real problems that we're facing.
Yeah, I mean, depends. It can be a distraction, but it can also be a unifying force that could also lead to more positive things. Like for example, see like Haiti right now. What those people have been through with the hurricane, the corruption, the political instability. Guy, did you see the
Hmm.
scenes after they made it to the World Cup? This is their first World Cup since 1970 something. Guy, and what we are good, Nigeria is going through a lot, but we can Haiti, guy.
Yeah,
Nah, bro, like this, I was very, very happy for them. I think that's probably one of they're my biggest winners of this World Cup of this international week. Haiti, followed by maybe Curaçao, and then maybe Scotland. But yeah, I agree with you though. You should always take any positive from anything. This is a chance for Nigeria to focus on
hmm,
the issues. Now, I agree with that. But moving on from Scotland Sha, and their passionate celebrations, I would love to see them at the World Cup with that skirt they used to wear. Well, that's that
yeah,
kilt, the kilt.
yeah. Is it piper? What's the name of that
Yep.
instrument that they play? Bagpipe.
Yep. Yeah, I don't even know, but we've both never seen Scotland in the World Cup, so
Yeah,
nice.
I can imagine how the streets of Atlanta will be, man. That is crazy that Nigeria didn't actually make
Like,
it. Because
okay, let's
it's like
let's
that
leave Nigeria.
Atlanta United, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, like during games for the World Cup, I
Mhm.
think it's be a different atmosphere that Americans have never seen before. And it's like, yeah, honestly, I've never seen that kind of.
I'm excited. I just wish my country made it, but I'm so excited.
I still plan on going to see games though.
Yeah, I do. Not yet. Not yet.
They're looking crazy, man. They're in the
We'll get
thousands
we'll
already.
get to that. Are you
Mm.
serious?
I
Wow.
mean, unless you go the raffle to buy for like 300 or 400.
Wow. We'll see, sure. I put my name into the raffle. I've not had anything back from them.
Yeah,
I
I
guess I
didn't win
didn't.
the raffle. I put two raffles. I didn't win anyone.
I guess I didn't win you no either. But so 80 minutes to the World Cup. Shout out to them.
Mm,
Curaçao, Jamaica. That game I actually watched. And you know the manager for the manager of Jamaica, the ex manager of Jamaica, ex coach of Jamaica,
mm.
Steve McLaren, former Man U assistant manager, former England
Oh,
manager as
really?
well. Yeah, former I think Newcastle manager too, and or Derby County. Yeah, Derby County manager. I don't know if he coached. I think Newcastle as well. But yeah, he just resigned, bro. I watched the Jamaica Curaçao. Anyway, they both it was a very even game, and but I feel like Jamaica probably should have won. They hit the bar like three times, but Curaçao played some pretty decent stuff as well. As being bits and pieces. They're basically like they're now the smallest country to make it to the World Cup ever, beating Iceland's record. Keep Verde
Mhm.
instead. And most of their players are literally just Eredivisie players that basically can make it to the Dutch national team. So they basically sent out people to like get those players come and represent Curaçao.
Mm,
That's how they put together their team. Literally, a lot of
interesting.
foreign players. Yeah, and this is something that they had been planning ever since they knew this would be an extended World Cup. So they basically put together a clear plan. I'm really really happy they made it because
Mm,
they they, they planned and they pulled it off, which is crazy. First time in their lives.
mm.
If a tiny country, this one, hey, almost like
And
this
they
about
have and they
150.
have the most populous country. Is it Nigeria? I think Nigeria is one of the most populous that didn't make it now.
Yeah,
Among
true.
India and the rest of them. But yeah. Yeah, good
Nah,
to
but
see you though.
that was it. That was an interesting. I mean, look, I was rooting for Jamaica. I mean, it'd be nice to see reggae boys in the World Cup, but I guess they are making it to the playoffs. So I can't feel too bad for them because my own country we are begging to make the playoffs, but we don't make it. So
Imagine. Yeah.
Jamaica is going to make the playoffs and they'll play. I know that if they win their semifinals, they'll meet Congo in the finals. So maybe they can help us get revenge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Steve McLaren is their ex manager. The guy resigned immediately after the loss to Curaçao. Loki reminded me of I think Roy Hodgson when Roy Hodgson lost to Iceland with England, and Baba the next press conference he resigned. Yeah,
Yeah, that's valid.
apparently, I guess he has some medical issues, and also the amount of politics. Apparently, he was also having to pay for pay for the teams like flights and everything. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's I don't really know what's really going on with our black people, man. Like Africa, African countries, Jamaica, guys, a lot. It's a
Corruption,
lot.
man.
Yeah, the apparently the team were also having to use part of their match bonuses to even upgrade their flights to business so they could actually stretch the flights while they are like going through like travels to like to games like long journeys. And nah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Also pressure from the JFF, that Jamaican Football Federation, to play certain players or not to play certain players. No, they were really during the first half, they were hyping. They were like the fans were chanting this guy's name. One Richards, Whisper
Mm.
Richards. He plays for Chelsea, so like it's an exciting talent. He's 20 years old.
Mm.
Apparently, the Jamaican Federation they even were against him being called up to the team to replace this prem player.
Oh, yeah. Left winger. Um, I think there's a name coming to. He plays for Aston Villa or who?
No,
Is the
no,
one
after
that's in
that
Aston?
is Leon Bailey, but
Yeah,
he's also
Bailey.
in.
Yeah, that's the one in Villa now. Oh, he plays for Leicester. I think I know him.
Uh,
He's a black guy like this. Yeah,
guys on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, so they were against
West Morgan.
no no
I
no
mean,
no.
that's their defender though. You said left winger.
Good winger. Does he still play for Leicester?
Cause yeah, it was this Morgan guy I
Oh,
was thinking about in Leicester.
Demarai Gray.
Oh,
Demarai
the
Gray.
Gray is British though.
Yeah, but I think he
He
reps
represented
Jamaica.
this thing.
He reps
Jamaica.
Jamaica right now. So he's
Wow.
actually with Birmingham City right now, no longer Leicester.
Interesting. Yeah, that guy used to be
Yeah,
good, man.
so he's pretty good. So they were against the Steve McLaren calling up Richards, but I mean eventually they allowed him to. He's even him that won they won the penalty that was turned over by VAR in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like he's like a pretty skillful player, Sha. No Chelsea has everybody. I'm not even surprised when I realized he was playing for Chelsea. Yeah, but yeah, that was a sad game for Jamaicans all over the world, man. Hitting the bar 3 times. All they need to do was win that game, and they would have made it to the World Cup automatically. And I know they were really pushing for it because of it would have kind of helped calm the temperature in the country because of all the destruction from the hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the same thing that's happening with Haiti right now. Uh, I mean, they can still make it. So hopefully for their sake, they make it by beating Congo in the finals if they meet them.
Makes it out of that playoffs. That is crazy. Even if Nigeria made it to the playoffs, that is still a
I
stretch
wasn't
again.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even sure to be honest. I mean,
That's
we'd have
wild.
had just one game to play.
Mm.
Have had just one game to play. It would have been fun if we met Jamaica in the finals. You know what? Let's leave this thing back. I know what they think all this should have been.
That should have
But
been
yeah,
there.
anyway, after that, next I want to talk about was at the end of the day, I actually still enjoy the international break, but I'm very glad that club football is about to come back, so I can just
Oh
forget
yeah,
about Nigeria and their wahala.
definitely.
Uh, the next weekend, Arsenal versus Tottenham.
Mm.
That's the showpiece match of the weekend.
Yeah.
Part of
Yeah, that
our scars from this international break. Gabriel, I know apparently Calabria got injured, but I think he'll be fit for the game.
really. I thought they said
Yeah,
like in that derby there's a lot of injuries actually. Um
there's a lot of injuries. I mean, both Tottenham and Arsenal,
yeah.
we have a lot of injuries. But I think Calafiori should be fit for the game. You know, Gabriel is injured. Gad, Havertz, and Co. They plenty.
Wow. But didn't
Regardless,
Odegaard, I thought Odegaard played for Norway in this last game. Or he didn't?
he didn't play.
Wow.
He didn't play. It's crazy that he finished with most assists and second most creative chances after missing like 4 5 games. But
That's what I was surprised. That's what I
that's by
thought
the
he
way.
played.
No, he didn't play.
Wow.
But yeah, Spurs also have their own injuries, so you can't. Arsenal can't really complain too much, to be honest. Wait,
Yeah.
so is the game is this coming Saturday, right?
Nah,
This
it's on
coming Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that game this weekend will tell us a lot about how. I know it's early, but I think this weekend will give us an insight to how the rest of the season will play out. Especially because Man City is to go away to Newcastle.
Or this weekend.
Yeah, and that is not going to be an easy game.
Mm-hmm.
Away to Newcastle is never an easy game. St James Park. I know they lost to Liverpool and Arsenal. Yes, but both were because of like injury time goals.
Mm.
And both were very tough. They could have easily won Liverpool. They could have easily beat Arsenal as well. If I'm being honest. Well,
I think this game is a
yeah,
must win for Arsenal though. Cause
that's Tottenham.
yeah, because if we lose this game and City win, we might as well start saying waving the trophy bye bye. In my opinion, because yeah, I expect it to be, but the way City have been playing and the way Newcastle has been playing, I still don't think Eddie Howe has fully figured out Newcastle. Yes, they are playing well and they have flashes of brilliance. Like Walter Matty is looking good. But I still think they might struggle against City. City just seems to be on full gear, and the way Haaland is moving is going to be scary. Especially if like we fail to just keep this lead that we have, because right now it's a 4 point lead on the table. So any sleep and then it wraps because that's basically one game. One game, if you lose one game and they win theirs, you're already just mounting on more and more pressure that you don't need. So
Yeah, I see your point though. City, if they carry the form, the form they've been on from the Liverpool game and even before that, I don't see how the game versus Newcastle won't be. I don't see Newcastle not putting up a very very good fight against City. I doubt.
me, I'm not
If I if,
even
I,
talking about
if I'm to
me. I'm
draw, if
saying
I'm to
it in
draw,
reference to the Arsenal game.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course, if they win, Arsenal lose, we're in
Newcastle will
trouble.
put up a fight. You know, it's still the favorites to win that game is still City, in my opinion, whether or not they're home or away. Newcastle favorites for you.
I think I'll give it to Newcastle by a little bit.
But
I'll give it to
so
Newcastle.
what's your score prediction?
I think Newcastle will win 2-1 or three
To
two,
what?
something like that.
I see City
Yeah.
flogging these guys like
To me, if City
3-1.
really destroy Newcastle, we might as well give them the league because
But
the way I still don't have them to Arsenal's level.
hmm
When Liverpool played Newcastle, this was Newcastle. This was Liverpool still at the peak of their power. This was when they were unbeaten. In fact, after that game, they still went a few games without losing. That the way Newcastle played them, even with 10 men.
have lost their last two games, bro.
No, no,
Like
I'm saying
Newcastle
Liverpool
recently are looking very shaky. Like
at
they
home
lost
though.
against West Ham away, fair. There are two games that have been away, but losing against West Ham and the Brentford game that I watched, Brentford actually played these guys. It wasn't even a flu
Was
game.
it away at home?
It was away too.
I know their
But
away form has been shitty, but their home
but
form has
these
been
are
pretty.
yeah, but these are games that if you want to beat City, you can. I don't think you can be losing to West Ham, whether or not it's home or away. West Ham is pretty bad. So
Fair,
and then yeah.
fair. I'll give you one though, because if I think about it, yeah, Newcastle beat Man U and everything in their home, but I know they lost to Barca in their home and lost to Arsenal and Liverpool in their home. But the only game that makes me really kind of like side more with you is that game versus Barcelona. But the other reason, Sha, is because that was also a Champions League game. I'm like, okay, maybe that's why they look that bad.
All right.
But
Yeah,
I, I
Newcastle.
think
I'm looking at
I
all their
think if they
games this
show up,
season. I think they've been struggling this season, honestly. The
no,
few
they
games
have.
that they've won, it wasn't even like a resounding win. Like, yes, they won Wolves just 1-0. And then looking at it, which else did they win? They won Nottingham Forest, probably during their manager issue. They beat Fulham home. Like you said, yes, their home record is definitely better. But the City, just in terms of like, first off, even without form, I see City winning them already. Now, when we now factor in the form that both teams have, their most recent form, I don't see. I mean, yes, Newcastle will definitely put up a fight. It won't be an easy win, but it will be difficult for City to lose that game. I think so. I think it's more difficult for them to lose than to win.
That's fair. Anyway, I think if Newcastle show up and play the same way they played against Arsenal, I think they will beat City. I still think City are very shaky defensively, and I think if you go at them, I think they can be vulnerable. The game Liverpool versus City, Liverpool barely pulled any punch. Liverpool barely like tried. They didn't really give City much problems, to be honest. I think Newcastle will be a different proposition altogether.
Yes, you can say it was for lack of trying in that game, but I think City just played a very good game. City were balling Liverpool. I don't think it's because
They,
Liverpool didn't go at it and they were trying to pack the bus. I think City just outplayed them like tactically and even like individually. So yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, that's fair. But Arsenal Tottenham. I'll expect Arsenal to beat Tottenham. If I'm being honest, based on what I've watched from Tottenham this season so far, especially their last game, the one with United, they looked before they equalized. They looked very poor. If they play that same way, I think the
Mhm.
match will be won already before they even realize they are playing any game.
Yeah. To be fair,
If they
yeah, I agree
play
with that.
now the same way they played United in the first half,
Mm-hmm.
I think the match will be over by halftime.
Yeah. But I mean,
But
to
then
be
again,
fair, Sha, I think Thomas Frank, I don't know. He's not been having a good season, like so far,
it's not been
obviously.
bad though. But just they've had few games where they really played well, but then they've had other games where they just look so just I don't know, so slow and like lacking creative ideas. But in other games they look so good. I'm not really sure what to make of them. But if they
I think
play how
it might be an underdog thing with them though, where it's like, well, when they play games where they are underdogs, you know they are going to play very very well. But games where you expect them to now like dominate, because in that Man U game, I mean, I won't say they were underdogs there. You expected them to beat Man U, and Man U outplayed them. So it's like it could be a thing of that sort. But even regardless of that, we're playing at Emirates. I don't care if they are the underdog or they are the favorites. I need those 3 points.
I expect Arsenal to win. If we don't, that will be very disappointing. And yeah, I would even know what to say. First of all, whether we're entitled or not, I can't have us dropping points to Tottenham.
Hmm.
What do you say?
I said even a draw is not acceptable. Like I can't see Arsenal looking to win the league and dropping any points in these next couple games. Is like actually going into December. It's going to be very tricky.
But I know at this point Liverpool are playing Nottingham Forest. I don't really have Liverpool in title race anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I'm not really. I mean, yeah, I'm not really factoring them in because I feel like anyone can take points from them. Um, so
Yeah,
it's still really for me now. It's just Man City. It's already looking to be Man City, Arsenal. Maybe Man U will join
I know.
the numbers. Possibly with
Uh,
Amarim winning
Chelsea's going.
manager.
Chelsea's going away to Burnley. I mean that one. If they lose, if
Chelsea to
they lose
Burnley.
that game,
They should win that game. Come
yeah,
on.
they will probably win that game. Yeah. Hope I'd like to watch Estevão at least. I'm actually going to watch that game just to see if he starts.
Him yet. I need Estevão to be starting more games. I want to see more of that guy. Did you see Vinny's
Yeah,
reaction after the
I watched
penalty?
him. Yeah, the penalty was sick. The penalty was sick. But I mean, bro, I like him. I like watching him honestly. But I feel like they should calm down with the hype at this point.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some crazy takes all over Twitter. But we just I'll let it slide just because I like the boy. But these Chelsea fans, I don't know if any fan base hypes their players
Chelsea
better
fans,
than these guys,
I
man.
think they're a different breed. I would like to ask Chelsea. I wish we had one of the Chelsea fans. I would like to ask between James, Caicedo, Palmer, and Estevão now, who they think is their star boy or their greatest, because it seems like they have the best positioning for every player. Even Cucurella to Koshik can come into the shots too. So yeah.
Bro, this I've been seeing them. They say who is their keeper? They say he's actually better than Raya. James is better than Timber.
I've seen that one a
Fofana is
lot.
supposed to be the biggest talent than Saliba. Kaiser is better than
Hmm.
Rice.
Definitely.
They give us Madueke that is fake and brought Estevao, so that's an upgrade. Estevao is better than Yamal, which basically
They
means
even said,
Estevao is better than Saka.
yeah, it's Saka. I saw that too. I was like, Saka
I'm like,
again.
okay, wow.
Yeah. I feel everybody just they always come for Arsenal players. That is always it seems to be the benchmark now. So I don't even take any hits to that. I actually like that.
Yeah, I think Estevao is a very good talent too. Very direct. I would say he's very direct. I'm not. I think he's good and he'll do well. But in terms
But
of
I don't think there's
next
any
year, in
buts
terms
from
of
me
next,
though.
no, what I'm saying, but is in terms of next Yamal. I'll be honest.
Mm,
I didn't really. I had him like world class. You know, like maybe Mike Mane, Salah. I didn't really have him like
Like best in
on
the
some
world.
Neymar level, like Neymar level categories. To be honest, I think he'll be a very very good player, a great player.
Mm.
But
I
in
mean,
terms of
factoring
better,
his
better, I mean, who
age
knows?
though, guy, factoring his
Yeah.
age and what I'm
Hmm.
seeing in the Premier League, that boy is cold, man. I think he's in the shout for one of, he's probably after Yamal. I would say he's one of the brightest talents. Like what, like so, for an 18-year-old to be doing that in the
Yeah,
Premier League, like he
I
drops
think he's one
people.
of the brightest.
Mm-hmm. So
I think one of
you
the brightest talents.
definitely cannot just put him as a normality like among world class player. He's a world class
It's not a
talent.
normal thing.
Yes.
Say someone like Mane. Mane is not a normal thing. Mane is a world class player.
Yeah,
I'm just
so
saying, like in terms of the talent level, I see. I could be wrong. He could end up. I mean, even if he ends up like Salah, I didn't have Salah is a is a world class player, but
yeah.
I wouldn't say I didn't put Salah's talent to the level of a Yamal, Delima, or Mbappe or Neymar,
Mm,
but he's very 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 good, a world class player. I actually placed Estevão in that kind of category. He could be a very world class player. He could be win Ballon d'Or. Who knows? But in terms of talent level, I really don't see him to have the same level of talent as a Yamal or a Delima or even Mbappe. If I'm being honest, if
I
I'm being
see what
honest,
you're saying.
I think he looks like a world class talent, like no doubt.
But
Yeah,
it's not
but
like
I just think
best
comparing
in
to
the world
Yamal,
type. Yeah.
no, I don't think he's generation. I did not see my generational. I'm not lying. Let me not lie. But I
No,
always
that's
saw him better than
definitive.
Hendrick. Yeah,
Mm.
in terms of saying he's the he's better than Yamal. That's I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, calm down, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know why those kind of stupid arguments come up because you have Yamal who is an 18-year-old starting game in, game out for a Champions
17-year old
League.
that took his country
Is
to
a
Euros.
club, not just for club, for country also. And you're comparing him to someone that sits on the bench on Chelsea. I'm not saying like he's bad for because he sits on the bench of Chelsea, but I'm just saying like
I mean,
the level
I
of
think we are
pressure,
giving
like
credit
up
where credit.
until Estevão starting games and playing 80, 90 minutes week in, week out at that level and still delivering that level of football, yeah, that's when you can start
Yeah,
bringing those talk. But for
comparing.
now,
Yeah,
it's like
I think it's too early. It's too early. I mean, yeah, he's scoring goals. He's doing well, which is credit to his talent and everything. Relax.
Mhm,
Let's be chilling. Let's calm
mhm.
down.
Yeah,
Let's
for
calm
sure.
down. But anyway, I think he'll do big things. I don't know about Messi level, Ronaldo. But let's see. But yeah, hopefully he proves us wrong and carries Brazil to win a World Cup. Who
Yeah.
knows? Because at this point, with the level of I watched the last game, even though albeit they've already qualified and whatnot, it was not like a high pressure game. He balled out. He looked better than Vinny and Rodrigo, if I'm being honest. So
Yeah,
and Rodrigo has
that
been
boy is
struggling a
cold,
lot.
man. Even in Chelsea's team right now. I think all these gittins that they are starting over him, I don't see the sense in that. Even Pedro Neto himself, honestly, was the coach I'll play Estevão over him.
I think it's more towards managing his hours. Like managing his hours to keep him fit and everything.
It's
He's still young.
possibly. Yeah, no, that's a good point. So yeah, I'd like to see more of him though.
Anyway, I think. So your prediction for the Tottenham game? I have
The
Arsenal winning
Tottenham game
2
playing at home.
0.
Hmm, I feel like it's smooth. Like if Gabriel plays, Gabriel is not injured. We have a defensive line. I see a calm 2-0. Um, I don't think we should leak goals. Tottenham can possibly score, but yeah, playing at home, I say Arsenal should at least try to keep a clean sheet and seal the game with like a good 2-0. So yeah, that's my prediction.
For Newcastle, I have Newcastle winning 2-1. What about you?
Oh,
You have City
Newcastle one.
winning?
Oh, I thought you were asking about just Arsenal
No,
Tottenham.
I asked Arsenal. Arsenal Tottenham for me 2-0. Newcastle Man City. I have Newcastle 2-1. So
I'm
what's your
Man
Newcastle?
City.
Man City?
I have Man City 3-1 in that game.
Okay.
Man City, man.
Let's see.
Haaland, I see one goal for Haaland already. It looks like Doku too might chop one goal. So, yeah.
I don't know if I have Duku. I don't know if I have Duku scoring in back-to-back games yet. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Okay,
see
we'll
that
see.
happening.
And then Foden too.
But
Foden looks like it is killer pass. It seems like he's been going crazy too. So yeah, I see Man City
oh
doing
yeah,
damage.
something I want us to discuss too. Okay, so who do you have replacing Gabriel in Arsenal's left centre back?
Left center back, that would be interesting. I mean, the obvious choice would be Nkapi because I think that is who Ateta would trust there. But I wouldn't mind seeing Mosquera too. But most likely, I think it would be Nkapi. Um, I would just be surprised because he hasn't seen too many minutes. I think he's only started one game, and Mosquera seems to be like the more solid option at this time. So, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
Nkapi
the
though.
reason why, yeah, I also go for Incapié mostly because he's also left-footed, so it looks like a natural replacement, like you said. Not just his left-footedness and anything, but his temperament too. He seems like he has that
The
South
craziness.
American
Hmm.
aggression and craziness as well. That basically he seems like he's shoe-in for Gabriel's position. Uh, maybe
I
because
think
of
Mosquera too has the
game.
craziness though, because people, I think little people.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still hear me? Oh, okay. I thought there was a call coming in.
What do you say?
But yeah, it could be either
Okay.
Mascara or him. But most likely, I'll actually just prefer if Gabriel is fit and play because that's a derby game.
Of
So
course.
yeah,
Well, yeah, Mosquera. But the only reason why is that echo. The only reason why I don't know about Mosquera yet is because it's actually because he's right-footed, kind of like Ateta. I always prefer a left-footed player in left centre back. But I mean, Mosquera has played more games, of course, so that could also help in making the helping
deciding.
allowing make this in deciding who to start. Maybe the game fitness could be what plays in his favor actually. But
Yeah,
but I'll prefer if Calafiori is an option. Calafiori is also left footed and is also a centre back.
I don't want Calafiori to play my centre back, please. I prefer Calafiori at the left back because if we then play Calafiori and then we have to play Skelly on left back, I don't know. I think that is more imbalanced. I would rather Calafiori plays his natural position. Probably have, Hincapi or
His
Mascara
natural
slotting.
position is actually left centre back.
From what I've seen, I want him on the left wing, on the left back. Like, please. I think he. I don't know if I trust his defensive capabilities as much yet. I
That's
don't think he's as solid. I would even probably trust Timber as a centre back over Califuri. Um, like barring the height, I will put Timber over him in centre back or even Ben White. So um, yeah, I just don't trust him as a centre back. But attacking, yeah, he can go do his thing.
but something else that can happen. Maybe play Calafiori as left centre back and play Hincapié as the left back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
But
regardless,
they
it
can
will
also
be yeah. That's what I'm saying. Alifiri would have left back at his position and Hincapi will be there and they can be doing their crisscross. But if you then put Califiri as centre back and then you put
Skelly.
Skelly,
Yeah.
then it's like I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean, Skelly, man. Skelly. You see that they've picked O'Reilly over Skelly as a left back position for England because apparently Skelly is not starting that many games for us now.
Man, yeah, that's a fair point. O'Reilly has been balling too. That boy, he's
He's
going
good.
crazy in City. He's very good. He's a solid guy. So I can't even hate on them picking him
Yeah,
over
but
Skelly.
the excuse is a bit somehow because Skelly has been starting almost all, if not all, our Champions League games. So it's not like he's not been playing. I think that's just
Yeah,
an excuse.
I mean, that's fair. I think, as long as it's still on the bench, what they call them, England has the issue of too many players anyway. So you not starting for England, yeah, is harsh. But even Skelly wasn't. I don't think it was a starter normally. When he started, that was his debut game. Now, how many months ago?
He's played a couple of games since then.
Yeah, no, obviously, but like I'm saying, he just started like having a position on the team like this year. I don't
Yeah.
think he's had a position before. He had like I think this was his breakout year when he started and then he scored for one of their Euros games. So was it Euro? Sorry, maybe their
The
qualifiers
Fires.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think his position wasn't as solid, but I think he's fair. Like yeah, maybe O'Reilly should be starting over him. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, it's very arguable, but we'll see. Apparently, he needs to start more games, and I don't. I guess I don't really like that statement because it puts unnecessary pressure on Arteta and maybe kind of pushes Kelly to start pushing for more starts. By the fact that Calafiori is probably arguably better at this point in time, it
Yeah,
risks destabilizing the team, and
I,
also
I
I can
don't think it is destabilized as much.
maybe
I
not.
think it's just a different type of game, honestly, that Skelly
Yeah,
will be suited for. So,
yeah. I hope he has sense and he has good advisors close to him to keep to at least encourage him to stay patient because he'll get his chance. He's very very young. Also,
yeah.
he can play midfield as well. He'll definitely get more games for Arsenal eventually,
Hmm.
and for England as well. If he stays patient and does not go and start doing rubbish and start
Yeah,
pushing for a move, ends up going to a team that takes his career backward.
that is true, Sha. Yeah.
Uh, Also, did you see the? Oh, I saw like a video where Ian Wright was talking about the amount of pressure and bias coverage that Bellingham often gets. It's probably like relating to Tuchel's statement about him, where he came out and was like, he saw that Bellingham was pissed that he got subbed off, that basically slamming Bellingham's attitude like
Mm,
publicly. And this is not the first time he's picked on Bellingham in the media. If you think back at his comments at his mom being finding Bellingham's behavior. I've forgotten the word he used, but
mhm.
he's a crazy word, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so and is he makes a good point in the sense that he feels like the media is not yet ready for a black superstar, especially the English media.
Mm,
Yeah, and if you think back at like I guess no, this is not to like undermine Kante or anything. They kind of always want a Kante profile as opposed to a
exactly.
Bellingham or a
Yeah.
Pogba.
It's crazy. I can't remember who was making one stupid comparison where, oh, he doesn't think Saka is good enough to start for England, and um,
So we Bowen.
it wasn't even Bowen. It was one young guy in this thing in like Spurs or something. I think it's that Spurs winger. I can't remember his name.
Wait, they want a sport winger over Saka.
Bro, it was a Spurs winger. I was like, what?
You are
Like,
kidding me.
this is crazy. This is crazy talk. He was like, oh yeah, I think that guy would do a better job than Saka. This is just crazy. Yeah,
A sport
the
winger.
racism bias is wild. It's
That's wild. I'll not even pay that one any attention. Oh, who do they have? Which winger they have? Is it Madison? Madison's not the winger.
it's not Madison. I think it was a previous one before Kudos came on, which is even a crazier take because the person doesn't even play anymore.
I mean, Kuzeski.
No, no, no. I mean, it's British now. A British this
Oh,
thing.
nah, that's
Um,
that's that's wild.
yeah, I was like, please, you guys
But
are just.
yeah, I mean that narrative is very very valid because you think about it. Yeah, they I guess because Bellingham is he's confident. He's but this is not to say that like you shouldn't um you shouldn't criticize when a player shows bad attitude or displays bad energy that could negatively impact the rest of the team. But I would think it's much more genuine if you'd address such a thing privately or even over a phone call as opposed to publicly slating the player.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're publicly slating your star player or a star player, like I can't help but feel that you have some impure intentions.
Mm.
Because I'm beginning to kind of like almost side with Sam or see what Sam means when he feels like Tuchel is kind of stylishly finding a way to twist the public opinion about
Like that.
Bellingham so that people won't criticize maybe a decision of like maybe dropping him later in future for someone like a Palmer.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah, honestly, I like people who are more upfront. Maybe you can just come and say, yeah, I prefer a Palmer style of number 10 as opposed to Bellingham, as opposed to like trying to smear, almost like
Their image.
start a smear campaign on a player of his level. Maybe it's a complex situation, but so I guess I don't know which part of it is just social tactics and versus the media hunt of Bellingham, like almost like a Pogba style.
Mm.
Or maybe both factors are working in tandem. Because
Super.
I see his points, man. Because if you think about Sterling, think about Pogba, you think about even to an extent Saka. Even though Saka, I think Saka's own is more about rival fans and social media. Sha. I think Saka to an extent not as bad. It's almost like a Kante-esque where he's actually loved by the maybe let's say the tabloids because of his more chill and humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a Bellingham character seems to rub the general media the wrong way from what I'm like I've observed. Like even I think of
Mm.
even Neymar as well. Like it's I think they don't really like confident
So
black
yeah.
superstars.
No, that's fair. The same thing is happening with Yamal too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. They want you to be the
Yeah, see Mbappe. When Mbappe came out, the narrative was like, oh, initially when he was very young, he's quiet, he's focused on training. His mom drops him up at training, but the minute he starts showing some level of confidence, personality, aura, bro, right now he's a problem. He's been like seen as a prima donna, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, Vini is another example. Even though a lot of I would say Vini's own a big part of it might be of his own doing, but
Definitely.
but yeah, like we see that happen all the time. Hopefully things change for the better. I mean, hopefully I really liked Iron Wright. Iron Wright has always proven to be like a key figure in terms of speaking up against the racial ills in football. And much respect to him for that. Hope,
Mm.
hopefully people listen and take notice and start to do better at least when reporting, like actually notice these biases within themselves. I can't help but think of that Foden's pass to Eze. That's one of my highlights of the international break.
Crazy. Yeah. For they
Yeah,
did
he
all the work.
laid it on the plate.
Players on the plates. Yeah.
Where do we do? I don't know. Do you have any takes? Do you have any things you want to talk about? I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, and it takes my take is just Arsenal just needs to start winning again. Like we drew our last game, so yeah, I want our winning ways back and secure the lead on top of the table. So
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I predict 7 points gap between
Yeah,
Arsenal and City by the end of Sunday.
okay.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
go.
don't beg Haaland not to score.
We'll meet up Sunday and see if our predictions were correct.
No. Cheers.
All right, Bruski, it was fun. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our social media handles.
Word.
All right, I bet.
Come on.